When you give Bombas this holiday, you are giving more comfort because their socks, underwear, t-shirts, and slippers are made with such absurdly soft materials, and more good because for every item you purchase, they donate another to someone in need. Socks, underwear, and t-shirts are the 3 most requested clothing items in homeless shelters. When you buy yours from Bombas, you are also donating essential items to those who need them. 1 purchase equals 1 donated. Bombas don't just do good, they feel good. They have breathable yet supportive underwear, Sherpa-lined slippers, which I personally own and have not taken off my feet unless I need to go outside. They are fantastic. And ultra plush socks made from materials like merino wool and cashmere to keep your toes toasty. I love their compression socks. I actually wear them on my chemo infusion days because they help my legs feel less swollen. Bombas has beautifully designed, ready-to-go gift boxes filled with high-quality basics everyone hopes to get. They're the perfect holiday gift, but if your giftee doesn't absolutely love them, they're covered with a 100% happiness guaranteed. Go to bombas.com/TMGW and use code TMGW for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/TMGW and use code TMGW at checkout. This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
You guys, we are in person. We're sitting beside each other.
Yeah, and we're both back to our tumblers, our Yetis?
Yetis, we're a Yeti family here.
Nice.
I am having a difficult time processing this time change. This daylight savings.
I was going to say, should we talk about the weather and the daylight savings?
I mean, our top convos. I truly am like, you got here, 3:30, which I haven't changed my oven yet.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a month.
Yep.
But you got here at 3:30 and I was already like, I mean, should I pour a glass of red wine while we do the podcast?
You can and
should. It's 3:30.
You can and should. I could not wrap my head around whether we were losing an hour or gaining an hour. My brain.
Oh, I Google it every time.
I was like, spring forward, fall back. So we lose an hour. What? My brain could not compute it. But yeah, yesterday was the first day that I did feel like, oh shit. Yeah, 5 o'clock. It's dark out.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock and dark somewhere. Yeah, and that's right here.
And you just feel the gentle,
depression.
Subtle, whiff of seasonal depression creeping up on you, and you're like, oh no, these sunsets get a little more morbid every time.
Yeah, sunset on my soul. I will say that I hate this, and I feel like it's the last time it's happening. Maybe I could be wrong. I feel like I've said that for 2 years now.
Yeah.
But I think that this week where you're fully in the what the fuck of the time change is when I'm most thankful I don't have children.
Yes.
Because I've seen a lot of people on Instagram, et cetera, just be like, count your blessings because now you have kids who have to come inside so much earlier. Oh. They're like, oh, well, what time is bedtime? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're way more set to the sunrise, sundown.
Yeah, you got to feed them that iPad earlier than you thought.
You got to melatonin the shit out of them.
What do you think he's going to... I mean, I am curious about long-term effects of kids
taking melatonin.
Well, that and iPads, iPhones, just screens constantly.
Well, I think that's being studied at every university with psychology because it truly is like a newborn, an infant in the ward will be like swiping on their little oxygen tank.
I think about all the generations. We started watching the Wiggles documentary.
I saw the preview. How is it? Is there something sinister?
No.
Oh.
And that is why I stopped watching. But it's fascinating. It's fascinating because I know of the Wiggles. I know of their giant, long-standing fame.
Yeah.
And they're like mega factory money making for children's entertainment. For Australia, they were the number one musicians.
They were the T Swifts.
Yeah, ahead of
Troy Sivan?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, who's that female?
Kylie Minogue?
Yes.
Okay.
Back in her heyday, the Wiggles were still out financially performing her. And the documentary is interesting because obviously I couldn't pick a Wiggle out of a lineup.
I could be sat at a dinner table with the entire Wiggle family. And I would be like, where are you guys visiting from? Are you in banking?
Unless he was wearing
The
a
outfits.
solid color purple shirt.
No,
maybe.
I'd still be like, I dig y'all's vibe.
Yeah. Well, they are saccharine sweet.
I don't like it.
It's interesting because you're like, oh, there's there's no weirdness about like the adult male making. They like study, like they are professionals. They studied the psychology of what works in children's programming, and they like made music accordingly. And they also basically, when they were going out and doing all these small gigs, had like immediate feedback from audiences and knew what kids were listening to and not listening to. So they just like structured their stuff around what was successful and what wasn't. They all love music, but the whole time it felt like they were professionally sugarcoating like even their narrative. And I wanted like, even when they talked about like the one time two of them got in a fight, it was
There's
like
one time.
yeah. And it's like, he came backstage and he just like, he wouldn't talk to me. But, you know, we got over it after a while. And you're like, no, what happened? And that's just, my cynic came out hard because there's at one point, one of them has to leave for medical reasons. And I kept wondering, is this for medical reasons? Or is this like the way they
rationalize one of them leaving?
Right. And so it's very, it's interesting, but there's hardly any drama.
You're waiting. See,
maybe that's a me problem.
I think that's even scarier. Because then I'm like, who are these people playing for the child masses that have no issues?
Well, then you think about it and you're like, their entire like world that they've built for themselves, their entire universe of success rests on having a solid and squeaky clean reputation. Because anything involving children needs to be not even remotely, not even a whisper of weirdness around it, you know?
Totally.
So they are, you can tell, very protective of their reputation.
So then don't do the documentary. What I'm saying is, or you know what? Let's place this on the Documentarian, which I'm sure they're fantastic and I probably love other work of theirs. But I'm like, why are we... If there isn't a story there, do you think the documentary maker was there with the Wiggles and they're like, okay, we've been with the Wiggles this is month 11.
Yeah.
And they still haven't told us anything juicy. Like, do you think they went in thinking like we're going to penetrate the Wiggle kingdom? I've never said Wiggle so much in my life. I've never said Wiggle.
It is an incredibly like elusive franchise with how I mean, it was successful. Like, I feel like I was just out of the age group like when they first started in like the 90s, that I was a little, that it was like, you know, not cool to be interested in the Wiggles. However, they're like still currently performing with like a hybrid new cast and some of the old performers. At least they're showing all these clips from this like huge concert that they recently did in Australia. But the majority of the audience are adults with no kids that are all singing all these songs.
Because they watched them when they were little, they aged up.
Yeah, I couldn't get over every single crowd shot was like a 20-something-year-old just like having the time of their lives,
freaking out, singing about like shapes.
Yeah, I mean the songs are literally like spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. No, hot potato. That's the name of the documentary because that's their most famous song.
Wait, is there actually one?
And it's like spaghetti? hot potato. Then they sing about in the same song. They add just other cold spaghetti. Like
they're just naming what you eat out of the fridge on a daily basis.
Honestly, they are geniuses. That they took old school rock and roll that they were all super into. Because it's like very 50s, 60s style rock and roll.
Yeah, like rockabilly.
Yeah, and they made that with just repetitive children's songs, and no one else is doing it like them. And I think, honestly, up until watching the Wiggles documentary, I was just feasting on drama-filled trash programs. So when I got to the Wiggles and it was so pure, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, but like who slept with whose husband?
Right. Have you guys done drugs ever?
Truly, maybe just like when you decide you're going to wear the same thing every day, like the drama floats away. Like they're never showing up and being like, why do you look so good? They've looked exactly the same for so long. Okay, I have so many questions. First of all, one's a statement. Okay. And that is, I think if I didn't have years of saying dirty things online and in books,
Yeah.
I could really kill it as a children's host.
You could. Your facial expressions, that's like what that's what they were saying, that they're like, children respond to over the top facial expressions. Everything just has to be a little exaggerated.
I think there actually is, if I'm not mistaken, I think there actually is a children's host that like started on YouTube and then, got his whole programming got bought for so much money. Who is this guy? But he like originally his YouTube persona was like very adult and weird.
Something just fell. Is that where they deliver things over the fence?
These
there?
motherfuckers will throw a package over my fence.
I thought it was Randy like committing suicide. I saw a gray shape just drop from the
that would be
fence.
Amazon. No, I got a package the other day. Grace, I'm not kidding. It was a bag and it was by that fence and I picked it up and it was just broken glass.
Oh, no.
Like I opened it to peek to see what it was.
Oh no.
And then took a picture of it and then went to the recycling and dropped it in. I was like, how are you like if you throw that over the fence and just hear crash. Like how are you not being like, oh shit. Anyway, I think I could be a great kids host.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could bury everything else. No.
Impossible.
Like, but do you think a parent would be like, oh, this is an amazing show, but like she's talked about her vagina at length and the length of her vagina?
Yeah, I mean, if you committed to doing clean children's programming, and it was separate from your other stuff, you could double down because the parents, being fans of yours already,
wink, wink,
are like, whoa, Mamrie's got this entire other sidebar of content for my child.
A little, okay. Well, I think you and I would really crush, and I think about it all the time of I want to create and be the brains behind like the new Fraggle Rocks.
Oh,
like a total just puppet.
Yeah.
No, because inherently, I'm sorry, but adults on camera on children's shows weird me the frig out.
Yeah.
That's why I think the Muppet Babies killed it, because even the one human, you only saw our ankles.
Yeah, you saw knees.
Yep. So I want a Jim Henson Critter Corner.
Yeah.
I've said this before. I want me and you to create a show where we're like, we got the possum, we got the skunk, watch out. We got,
I mean, how do we break into that world? I feel like that is an exclusive club of people that it's all like SpongeBob creators and stuff.
Damn it.
Yeah. But I think we could. I mean, I would love another reason to do mushrooms, to come up with children's content.
We just, once a month we go to the desert, take mushrooms and go, okay, these are the next 4 eps.
Perfect.
Let's figure out the plot real quick.
Yeah, I think we'd be actually really great at it. From watching The Wiggles and seeing the way that they studied loosely children's psychology and just like put that into the way they like mix that with their own creativity. I was like, oh, this wasn't an accident,
How old are they now?
They
50s, 60s?
They're like 50s, 60s, yeah, because they are parents. And the one potential drama that was interesting, but they really glaze over it, is the fact that they spend more time on the road entertaining these kids than they had with their own kids who grew up.
See, and I want to go in further.
Yeah, one of the Wiggles said, he really regrets that.
Wow.
But then they move on right after he says
interview
that.
the kids.
I know.
Please, God.
They do interview one of the kids, and she has her own favorite song, and she's like singing it.
She's like, turkey leg, turkey leg.
Yeah, it's basically it's basically that. Have you ever been searching for a new doctor, and you literally ask everyone you know for a recommendation? You want a doctor who actually gets you, who listens to you and makes you feel super comfortable, and then weeks and weeks go by of searching, but you finally find the one and you call their office and they have an appointment available. But then, dun dun dun, the receptionist tells you that this perfect doctor doesn't take your insurance. Oh no, tragedy, but fear not. Wipe away those tears. Put away that coping food you've clearly reached for and head over to ZocDoc to find and book the doctor who is right for you and takes your insurance. ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. You've heard Mamrie and I talk about this before. We have both used this service, love this service. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, or are located near you and treat almost any condition that you're searching for. These docs all have verified reviews from actual real patients, not bots. The average wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is between 24 to 48 hours. That's it. You can even score same-day appointments sometimes. Once you find the doc you want, you can book them immediately with just a few app taps. No more waiting awkwardly on hold with a receptionist. It is truly an efficient and comprehensive service. Can't recommend it enough. If you are looking for a doctor or a specialist out there, go to ZocDoc.com/weird and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/weird, ZocDoc.com/weird.
Do you ever wish you could just snap your fingers and have all your recipe searching, grocery shopping, and meal planning done for you? Well, that's basically Hungry Root. You are never going to have to think about what's for dinner or breakfast or lunch again, or snacks in my case, because, oh my goodness, Hungry Root will send me a delivery, and you guys, I am discovering new snacks every time. Hungry Root is the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality food delivered to your door. They've got healthy groceries and simple recipes all in one place. So, here's what you do. You take a fun, short quiz, and a Hungry Root will get to know you, see what your goals are, and how you like to eat. What flavors do you like? What kitchen appliances do you actually have? So they'll keep your needs top of mind and start building your cart. They're going to recommend groceries based on your taste. You can take their suggestions or just choose whatever you want. You'll get your pick of fresh produce, high quality meat, or vegetable-based meat deli slices, which I got in my Hungry Root from Provisions and I really liked. Pantry staples, healthy snacks, sweets, much more. They've even got seasonal fall favorites. Seasonal favorites, you say? Yeah, babe, I got some butternut squash cubes all up in my Hungry Root order, as well as some Brussels. We've got sliced turkey breasts for a chip. It's just fall up in this box. Okay, so Hungry Root is beyond your weekly grocery haul with thousands of easy recipes that actually put your groceries to good use before they get forgotten in the back of your fridge. So spend less time shopping and cooking and thinking and obsessing, and instead get this box sent to your door like it's a gift of groceries. So right now, if you want to try it, Hungry Root is offering our listeners 30% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. That's right. Just go to hungryroot.com/TMGW to get 30% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. That's hungryroot.com/TMGW. And don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you. Oh, speaking of turkey legs.
Yeah.
So my skeleton is still up.
Yes, I saw that on the way in and I was like, how do you even start to take that down?
It's gonna be a beast.
Yeah.
But also I cleaned up all the decorations the day after Halloween. At least I took down like the spider webs, and then I did the rest the next day. But with with my skeleton, I kind of want to like just be I just want to like dress him up for Christmas and but it's the weird transitional time between.
Oh yeah,
so
Thanksgiving.
then I'm thinking of buying or finding like a big fake turkey leg. So at least he's like eating turkey or something.
Do you have to take the whole top half down to put the turkey leg in and then put it back up?
No, I would grab a ladder, go up, adhere the turkey leg.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because Mary, dog walker Mary, bless.
Yeah. People were asking for Mary updates, by the way.
Well, let me just tell you. All I know is that like a week and a half ago, I was simultaneously texting Mary about something. She was asking me something, and also texting my two gals, Kitty and Chris from Weekend at Vivian's. Yeah. And I was just like, well, I have really found my demo.
Yeah, you turned 40 and you decided to age up your friend groups.
It was like 2 weeks later, I was like, wow, I'm exclusively hanging out.
I'm the youngest again.
Between Chris and Mary with like short gray-haired women. But anyway, Mary kept being like, dress it up as a pilgrim. And I'm like,
I don't know.
No, I'm like,
okay.
I can't. I go, first of all, no.
Yeah.
Not, like I support indigenous people.
Yeah.
And then also like, but like I can't do that and appropriate and it be, like you got to go food on Thanksgiving decorations.
Yep. And it's comical because it's a full-on skeleton with a big-ass turkey leg.
I think so, too.
I think it's a visual joke. It's fun. lighthearted.
It's a visual joke.
And that's the purpose of that 12-foot thing, is to bring joy to people that get a chance to walk by it.
Oh, I'll tell you about Joy. Oh boy.
Who's she?
Yeah, she's dead to me. Grace, I might have to retire the margarita machine.
Oh, yeah. See, we pre-recorded next week's episode, so I forgot what we have and have not discussed. So, yeah, how was Halloween and trick-or-treating?
Halloween was fantastic. It's one of those things where it's like, it's like traffic jams. Like all of a sudden, or like a shift at a restaurant where like all of a sudden you're slammed.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
weeds.
then no one comes around for like 30 minutes and you're like, well, maybe we should pack it up. Oh my God, there's like a herd. There's a herd coming. I mean, it was so fantastic. The kids were cute. Everyone's courteous. I posted at the end of my reel. It was so fun being NASCAR.
Yeah,
like truly,
that was such a great idea to get the kids in and out.
Me and Melissa just had those flags and we were like, and then she got too drunk and had those snapper things you throw on the ground. And she started throwing them at kids. It's like, what's happening?
Everyone reaches the limit.
No, she started like throwing them at their feet. I was like, Melissa, you gotta stop.
That's
Meanwhile, Jacqueline had too many drinks and I look at her at one point, she's holding the candy thing. She goes, just take a big ass handful. I go, you can't say ass. That was a 3-year-old. I was like, you guys are cut off. But it was crazy. I was like dead sober.
You're just the chaperone
She's
on
like,
so many
take
levels.
a big fucking ass. I was like, what? She's like, what? Did I curse? I'm like, yes. To like a little guy dressed as Spider-Man. But anyway, Melissa, I kept yelling at her for throwing it. And she wasn't being malicious. Like, she was having fun. Everyone was having a good time.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that's scary.
Yeah,
I was like,
I don't like it as an adult.
I was like, I'm getting scared. You can't throw it at a kid. She was like, fun. I was like, and then like at the very end of the night, a little kid comes up and she has her own ones and throws them down. And Melissa was like, you want to dance? She's like, I told you, Mamrie, they're just in like a snap fight. Killed me. But okay, so from the beginning, I told you that I had to go with a new margarita company, right?
Yes.
Did
And
I
this
say
is
that
one,
on here?
that you were, you looked up some reviews. The one that was tried and true was booked up.
Well,
and now you tested new waters.
That's so crazy. It's because I called and they were booked for a Tuesday. And so I was like, well, clearly my idea has caught on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not just like a bunch of random parties tonight. People are handing them out.
Or they've only ever had 2 margarita machines in their
that
inventory.
could be. Damn, that could be it too. No, they're like all over. So then I found this other one. I called him. Told him the scoop. So he's like, oh, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. I was like, great.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, I got a quote from someone else that tried to charge me twice as much. I was like, you're out of your damn mind. But so anyway, the guy tells me, he comes, he sets it up. He goes, so you normally use the Margarita Man, huh? I go, yeah. I've used them probably like 3 times before, but they were booked up, you know. They I guess my trend is catching on. He goes, oh, interesting. I go, yeah. He goes, do me a favor. I go, what? He goes, I want you to try my margaritas and tell me which you think is better.
Whoa.
I go, do we have a little margarita beef
Whoa.
going on? He goes, no. He goes, no, it's all good. It's all good. He goes, however, I will say there's been a few times me and the Margarita Man are both working at an event and he comes and drinks mine.
Oh, just out of like, I want to drink. So
no, just out of your margaritas are better.
Right. Yeah. Whoa. This guy is really talking himself up old school.
But he's being like he's like the most SoCal dude ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's nice. That's cool. He goes, yeah. He goes, also, because I would have to get it early to get it frozen.
Okay. Yeah.
This guy goes, it'll be ready in 8 minutes. So he is, like getting ready, putting a little skirt on the, like it's on one of those like overhead projector carts.
Okay. Yeah.
And so he's doing it and he's like, well, let's take a taste. He has me like taste test in front of him. First of all, it was better.
Okay.
Less sugar.
Not lying. All right. Ooh.
It was really good. I also got like decent tequila, which is my fault.
Yeah.
But he goes, before I tested it, I was like, now are they like sweet? I don't really like a sweet margarita. He goes, I just delivered a machine earlier. And a woman asked me the same question. And I said, if this is too sweet, I won't charge you.
Whoa, this guy.
And I went, that was probably unnecessary.
Yeah, this guy's really believes in the quality of his margarita machine. Wow, the confidence The casual confidence.
The casual confidence. I tried it and I was like, this is great. If I, normally frozen margarita machine, I'm like, this is an immediate headache. Yeah. But I was like, oh, if I got this at a restaurant and said like less sugar, I'd be like, yeah, they did that. So it was fantastic. However, I had taken a year off because I'd been in North Carolina.
Oh, right.
The last Halloween. Mm-hmm. So it was pandemonium of people just being like, the Margarita house is back.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I've noticed a trend.
Okay.
And this is where I started to get just like, boing. First of all, I was pouring all the margaritas because Miss Kersey Pants and Miss Firework Popper.
Their hands were full. Both of their hands sounded very full that night.
I just pulled a full bartending shift because it was a constant line. But what people will do now, which is just so funny, is it'll be like one baby dressed as a bumblebee with like 6 adults. And I know it's like a moment.
So people just draft onto their friends with kids.
Yeah, so they're just kind of like, this is fun. How long are we still going to have a world where people go trick-or-treating? It's a fun night out. But so I had just like, I would just be like, cool, your kid got the one Kit Kat. I'm pouring you 8 margaritas. Which like essentially equal to be like $2.50 a piece. So I'm just, here's your $30 worth of margaritas in one pop. But it got out of control because, twofold. One, at one point at the end of the night, these 2 girls come up and they're like 20s.
Yeah.
And they're like, can we have a margarita? And they're like, everyone's very sweet. Yeah. But I was like, sure. I was like, where are the kids? And they were like, no, our brother just got home and was like, someone's handing out margaritas. And they were like, they left their house to come to mine to get a free margarita.
I mean, I would probably do the same.
But I was like, at this point, I was like, now I'm just like a free bar.
You're just, free drinks.
As opposed to like a bonus marg, right?
Yeah.
It was so funny though. We had this one group and they had like a few kids. And it was like 2 women and an older guy. And I was like, do you guys want a margarita? Yeah. And everyone's like super appreciative. And they were like, that's so cool. No, though, she was like, I'm driving and we're going to, we'll keep it PG for the kids. I was like, okay. They leave. They come back 30 seconds later. And she's like, I think we'll do a margarita. And I was like, okay, no. I was like, hey, no problem. Just, get you one. And so I pour them, I hand them, they leave. An hour and a half later, they come walking through my gate, all holding Mike's Hard Lemonade tall boys. They said, we kept drinking. And I said, they're like, hey, you got it? One more? I was like, she goes, I'm calling an Uber. She goes, we left here a couple blocks away. There's someone, she holds it up. It was like a fake like IV or like blood bag. It was like, they're handing out sangria and blood bags over there. She goes, and then they hit the bodega. They were coming back. So I was like,
so it's just a bar crawl during trick-or-treating.
So I was like, so did I just cause like your kid's saddest Halloween?
Yeah. You took one parent out of his 6 years of sobriety and you caused a group of moms to say what they really feel about their kids and their partners.
No, there actually was one dad. He was like this big, like tattooed dad guy, and with like, a little princess coming through, and he's helping her get the candy. And I was like, hey, Dad, do you want a margarita? He goes, no. He goes, last margarita I had made her.
Whoa!
I was like, now that's good. That's self-awareness. But it was really fun. But I was truly just like, okay, I got to figure something out because I barely saw the kids.
Yeah.
I was just working a shift at spring break at fucking not Tommy Bahamas, that's closed. Margaritaville.
You try to do something nice for the neighborhood and they eventually take advantage of you.
It was wild. My friend Steve was here. He couldn't believe it. He was like, they're still just asking for more margs. Everybody, where are the children? But it was a good time.
How do you put up rules for?
Well, because that's the thing. I'm like, I left for a year, and people were like, "What the hell?" They were truly like
waiting.
Like people were saying, like, "Where the hell were you last year?" I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Mamrie." But then if I don't have it next year, I don't know if the collective disappointment. Is worth me not spending $350 to hand out free margaritas.
Because all these other homes are popping up and they're following suit and offering drinks.
Well,
that it's like
that's new, and they probably had like 40 things to hand out. You have a margarita machine, it looks endless.
Yeah, how many drinks does it make?
160.
Oh, damn. Okay, so yeah, you had
I
a lot.
bought
You
like
gave out a lot.
$120 worth of tequila, and then you rent the machine. But it's so funny. At one point, because I'm like having wine on the side.
Yeah.
But not nearly as much. But at one point, I looked a grandma in the face and I said, "You're welcome." Like not even saying thank you. I'm like,
Where's the
I'm like,
gratitude?
what, do you think I have like I get a check from the city?
That you've now become an ornery mom to the neighborhood.
I'm screaming, "Get off my lawn!" to drunk grandmas.
You're saying thank you. Look me in the eyes. Look at me. Look at me. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Times are changing.
I said, this was a gift.
What do we say? What do we say?
This ain't Baskin Robbins free cone day.
Wow.
We're not a corporation. So anyway, I just have to
Damn.
figure out a way to do it without becoming salty about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like a microcosm of humanity. Take a good thing and take advantage of it.
Yes, you push me to my limits. Oh, man.
Well, I'm glad it was fun, and I'm glad everyone really wanted to partake.
They
so
did.
It works. The margarita machine still works.
They did.
If you want to hear where'd you get that this holiday season, Uncommon Goods is your secret weapon. Ooh, I love Uncommon Goods. Uncommon Goods is here to make your holiday shopping stress-free by scouring the globe for the most remarkable and truly unique gifts for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping for your Secret Santa or your entire family, Uncommon Goods knows exactly what they want. I recently treated myself to this little candy dish that looks like a plastic bag sitting open and upright, but it's made of glass. And it's adorable. One year for Christmas, I went on Uncommon Goods and I got my family candles that were supposed to smell like New Jersey because that's fun. I'm from New Jersey. But their site literally has so many cute trinkets and treasures. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. These fine products are often made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the US. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere, from art and jewelry to kitchen, home, and bar. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone. Not the same lackluster gifts you could find just about anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2.5 million to date. I cannot tell you how much I love Uncommon Goods. And if you want to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/weird. That's uncommongoods.com/weird for 15% off. Do not miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
Do you want something to celebrate? Well, this holiday season, be the host with the most and the guest with the best with DoorDash. You can get missing ingredients that you forgot. You can get unexpected side dishes and those last-minute gifts delivered fast to you. That's right. You can get gifts delivered, okay? Have you ever showed up to a Christmas party and not realized that everyone was bringing the host gifts? No problem. Just sneakily order a little DoorDash from the bathroom and meet the driver out front. Make DoorDash your go-to for getting holiday gifts and ingredients right when you need them. You can skip the trip to the store with fast delivery so you can stock up on holiday groceries and home goods because, y'all, if you forgot like one ingredient for your stuffing and you just did basically the craziest trip to the grocery store when there's a million people there, you do not want to step foot back in and get in that crazy line. No. You get DoorDash to go pick up that celery. You can't have stuffing without celery. So whether it's same-day delivery of gifts, groceries, or that last-minute party essential, DoorDash has you covered. With thousands of grocery and retail stores available nationwide, you're going to find whatever you need when you need them. If you're going to a party, realize you didn't get the birthday girl a gift, that's fine. Keep straightening your hair. Get ready for this party. Just get on DoorDash and have them bring you a beautiful candle. Plus, as a Dash Pass member, you can enjoy exclusive offers and perks all season long on stocking stuffers, decor, groceries, meals, and more. You'll also get $0 delivery fee and reduced service fees on eligible orders too. So, Order now and get the holiday help you need from DoorDash. Use code WEIRDHOLIDAY to get 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $15 or more at convenience, grocery, or select retail stores on DoorDash. Terms apply. That is Weird Holiday to get 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $15 more at convenience, grocery, or select retail stores on DoorDash. Oh, I have a thing. Speaking of just like sweets and things like that. Sorry, I'm going to clear my throat. So we, like Grace said, we recorded an evergreen episode a couple days ago that had, you guys submitted questions, which I automatically feel like I'm going into a YouTube spiel right there. Like, thanks, you guys submitted questions.
Thank you so much.
Like and subscribe. But on my Instagram story, people gave questions and we answered them and couldas and all that jazz.
Yeah, really good.
But I told you like some of the ways they like answered, like what should we talk about, wasn't like a question or really, it was just like a rant.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, and
which on Instagram you can only write so much,
right? But someone just in caps was like, too many Oreo flavors, and I was like, would you not like talk about how many Oreo flavors there are? I was just like, there's too many. So anyway, I looked up the 18 most unique Oreo flavors ever released.
18 most unique. So that's not even how many there've been.
No, she was saying too many, but
right.
So now I'm just talking about like, there's been ones we've probably never heard of.
Yeah. I only know Elliot loves the peanut butter Oreos more than the regular ones, which blows my mind. And they're pretty good, but it's not what I would go for when I'm thinking to buy an Oreo, but that's his jam. I've always liked double stuff.
You like a lot of the cream.
I'm an icing girl.
Yeah, same.
I order the cake to eat the icing mostly.
See, and I think that is one of the keys to relationships. I'm an icing girly.
Yeah.
Chip is like, I could do without it and just eat the cake.
That's crazy to me. That is crazy.
That's called a working relationship.
You guys fit well together.
And for the man that makes a random funfetti cake a couple times a year.
It was great. It was I ate it immediately when I got home.
Okay, so one of them is chicken wing.
Chicken of Oreo?
And August 28th, they were only available in China.
This past year?
No, August 28th. August 2018.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, this was recent?
Your Honor, I am not a good witness. Yeah, it was, the flavor was expectedly salty and tasted like fake chicken. Okay. Someone says it did not work at all.
Great. Yeah.
Because it was still a chocolate cookie.
So it's chocolate and chicken. There's none of the cream filling.
The cream filling is the chicken wing flavor. Right.
I don't know.
Chicken wing cream?
No, thank you.
That's a Wiggle song. Chicken wing cream.
Chicken wing cream. It's all they do. Couple words, repeat it.
This one isn't as unexpected, but they did make a wasabi one.
Oh.
They've made waffles and syrup.
That sounds nice.
I think that sounds pretty good. They made firework Oreo where they put Pop Rocks in it.
Oh,
I love that.
Interesting. Yeah, you love Pop Rocks. You love things fucking up your mouth. You love an experiential eating moment. Benihana, Pop Rocks, which is basically a mini Benihana in your mouth.
I mean,
and I just saw 10-year-old Mamrie pop out of your face. I love Pop Rocks.
I said, I like that. That's like what is it, that life cereal with Mikey? Mikey likes it. I'm like, and this is one of the characters on the Mamrie's Funhouse show.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
They make I think they've done it here before, but there's Cadbury, the British chocolate company.
Yeah.
They make a chocolate bar with Pop Rocks in it.
They do. Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, it is fun.
You know what? Expect the unexpected.
On baking show, someone put Pop Rocks in one of their bakes and Prue didn't know.
She couldn't believe it.
I thought I got a window into Prue's old drug days. She's just like, oh,
this is an experience.
You put something in there.
I love that both of us just did the most unprue. We just became the fucking Silence of the Lambs guy. Put the lotion in the basket. Why don't you come over here and stay over there?
You put something in there.
Mae West.
Why? I have nothing but respect for Prue.
I love Prue. A friend of mine, I saw his Halloween costume.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does he have just a necklace made out of a bunch of colored straws. And I was like, he's Prue.
That's so good.
And his boyfriend was the missing raspberry.
Wait, I saw it was on Steve's story. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, I love that because I've never even realized. I think I've skipped intro so many times that when they had the challenge to make the opening credit cake with the missing raspberry, I was like, what?
I didn't know that was a thing. However, I will say right now, I never skip intro.
Yeah.
I am savoring every second of what I consider my therapy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, like I do like a remix, you know, just a full.
It is so pleasant.
It's so pleasant. I think I told you that Chip and I have started, like, while he's on the road, we watch Survivor together.
Oh, nice. Yes. We're very into Survivor, as is everyone else this season.
It's so good. Last night's episode was...
Wait, last night? No, it's on Wednesdays.
It was last Wednesdays, but I watched it last night with Chip.
Oh my God. We watched that episode, and then I went on Twitter and I watched reactions at viewing parties to that episode.
Oh, really?
And I gotta find out where these viewing parties are, because I'm starting to make this like list of like shit I want to do when I'm like medically cleared. Good. And I'm like, Elliot, we have to just go one Wednesday night to some live viewing party. In. It looks so fun, and so like everyone's paying attention. Everyone there will clearly know way more than I do about everything, but this season is a particularly good watch.
I was shooketh. Like Chip and I were like, whoa. And so we just text while we watch it the whole time. And we do that with Netflix too, but you have to like get an outside source to do a watch party. So him and I just FaceTime and we go 3, 2, 1. And then it's like, do. And we're like, see you later.
That's so cute.
Okay, here's a couple more.
Okay.
Cherry cola.
Okay, yeah. I can see that with chocolate cherry cola.
Pina colada thins.
Whoa, thins. Why? Was the regular too much?
I don't know, but it featured a layer of pineapple and coconut flavored cream sandwiched between 2 golden Oreos.
That sounds pretty delicious.
Pretty good. Kettle corn.
Yeah, I guess with chocolate, yeah.
Root beer float.
That's not my jam, but Elliot would like that.
What about in 2016?
Okay.
One memorable mashup they did. Swedish fish.
Oh yeah, no, not
That's
for
terrible.
me. Not for me. I'm
That's
not a Swedish fish person.
I don't even know what that flavor
just
is.
Thinking about Swedish fish.
Swedish fish. I don't even know what flavor are Swedish fish. Cherry?
I guess cherry, something along those
lines. Or
lines.
is it like some weird lingonberry thing because they're Swedish?
I don't know.
You know? Hot and spicy cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's like red hots, I guess.
Key lime pie. Blueberry pie.
With chocolate, okay.
Fruity crisp.
Okay.
Okay, there's just a couple more. Brookie O. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
What? Oh. Brownie and cookie dough.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
We're into this.
Yep.
Salted caramel brownie.
Okay.
Apple cider donut.
Oh, see, I want that just by itself. I don't want it sandwiched with the cookies.
There's one called the Most Oreo, which was the cream had crushed Oreo bits in the cream.
Whoa.
Now that's a thinker.
That is interesting. I don't think I would hate that.
Me neither, except if I was an Oreo on the factory line and I said, I'm getting crushed.
Yeah.
And then this last one is cotton candy, which I will say, full stop. The only thing I want cotton candy flavored is cotton candy.
Yeah, I don't need it mixed with anything else.
I don't want anything that tastes like bubble gum that isn't bubble gum.
Right? Yeah, like Swedish fish by themselves, fine, whatever. But them mixed with anything else doesn't make any sense to me.
No, texturally,
unless vodka. I could see that flavoring vodka. Have you done that? It feels like something.
I feel like one time I did Skittles.
Yeah.
Which they dissolve in there. I did it for like Pride, and man, oh man, Skittles are made of weird stuff. I think they're about to be illegal in California. It turned into just like it turned into a lava lamp.
Yeah, they are illegal in California.
Officially?
Yeah, I think so. I saw headlines that either they are or about to be. Elliot's one of top candies, so that's upsetting for our household.
Look, I am absolutely fine with it. Like, I'm not a big Skittle head, but I will say, if I was an old Republican asshole, I would be like, California, where you can get mushrooms legally, but you can't eat Skittles. Like, I can see the argument.
Yeah.
I can see the argument.
And if they know something that we don't know about the long-term effects of whatever, because they're just little spheres of chemicals. Like there's nothing natural about a Skittle.
Right.
So if it's probably in our best interest to not be ingesting those.
To not be ingesting them. That's true.
But still, it takes the fun out of it.
What just happened to my computer?
Uh-oh, your computer is quitting. It's had a long day.
Well, that's cool. Didn't save my manuscript.
Oh.
So we'll see if I have a book.
Oh, shit. Always save your work, guys.
I do, but I saved it to the desktop, not to the cloud. I don't trust that bitch.
Yeah, I don't either.
So if this thing goes down.
Oh, shit. Well,
I'm going to pretend I'm not incredibly anxious right now.
Real quick. Just push it down real quick.
Oh my God.
You know what helps anxiety, I've learned?
What?
Netflix is up to some weird stuff lately. It's very, very interesting that they're like testing. You know how they tried to do that live?
Yeah,
that was
finale.
The finale of Love Is Blind. Huge failure. I sat in my living room, tethered. I felt trapped by their technical difficulties waiting for it to go live.
Really fun night on Twitter.
They have crazy stuff going on that's kind of flying under the radar that I think they're like testing things.
What is it?
They have something called live baby animal cam, where they have on Thursday mornings at like 10 or 11, they have 2-hour live streams that are exclusively featuring animals from the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo. And we just like
you
found
guys love
this.
live streams now.
We love live streams, but like we haven't caught this live. They still go up after the live stream. We obviously found this when we were very high one night.
Yeah.
And we sat there and we just watched like 45 minutes of it cutting between cameras at the Cleveland Zoo. It was only showing orangutans, rhinos, and otters. So those were the 3 animals, and they give you little facts. I think it's for children. I'm assuming it's for children.
But children who can read?
I guess children because they give the same facts every episode, which isn't as fun. We thought like, well, come on, like, give us some new information.
There's only so many facts.
Yeah, I know. This otter family is like just like a fun group of 13 different types, like species of otter.
Wait, and it's like, oh, I get it. A group of them is a parliament, or like,
yeah, it's basically that. And then they'll focus on the babies in every enclosure.
Give us the babies.
It's, if you are high and looking for something pleasant to watch, it's just on Netflix and they go live every week. It feels like they're testing some kind of programming.
A very low stakes. They don't have to pay an actor to show up to go live.
It's so basic. It's literally just 2 hours of cutting back and forth.
Is there music?
Yeah, there's music.
Is it soothing?
It's very soothing. They change the music depending on the animal that they're featuring, and it's like each one has like a different stylistic, like royalty-free music, basically.
What is like the otters is romantic
like,
and the rhinos are like we
fun.
like to party?
Yeah, the rhinos, uninteresting to me. They're, after like 5 minutes of watching them stand and have trouble eating leaves off of a branch, I'm like, give me something with more action. Go back to the otters.
Who has been your favorite animal, or you've only watched that episode?
The otters are incredible. They move like they're in fast motion, and they bury clams for them in the sand. So they're just like opening these clams like little drug addicts.
Do they like use rocks to open
yeah,
stuff?
they like throw stuff. They put it in the water. They have to swim down and get it and bring it back up to keep them like active and to keep them like problem solving. That's what Elliot's explaining
Keep them slim.
to me.
You can't have a little fat otter.
Right. And it also just like, it's like puzzles, like giving them puzzles to do that keeps their
really
cognition. Cute. Elliot has a zoology degree, so he's the one giving me these other factoids while we watch.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Baby orangutan.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
Top 5 cutest baby animals.
I never knew
They're hilarious.
They are so cute. I never knew what a male orangutan looked like. They have flaps on the side.
Yeah. They got like the back muscles you see on like a bodybuilder that makes them look like a snake.
I had no idea.
They're scary flaps.
I was shocked. I was in a state of shock for 20 minutes while I was like, this simply can't be it has to be a deformity. Like, what is going on? Well, I was like, that's what male orangutan. I was like, that's not true. I've never seen it. And then immediately it's true. And the female adult orangutans have little bangs. Their hair is cut. They look like they have little bobs with little bangs, and it is the funniest.
They look like a woman named Pat from Wisconsin.
They do. They look like they're going to pull orange slices out at halftime for the soccer game.
So cute. No, the male orangutans, their faces look like the headrest on like a Delta flight.
Yes, exactly that.
Where you can like turn it into
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I've made it to 38 and I've never seen that before in my life.
Well, those are crazy, but let me tell you.
Yeah.
A little fuzzy-headed... Oh, I just woke up.
Oh.
Baby orangutan, honey.
And this
top tier.
Amazing. And this orangutan, because they do this clearly at feeding time, so there's a lot of activity.
Oh, yeah. Or else they're just sleeping.
This orangutan has been taken under the wing by this other female orangutan because the mom didn't want to raise this orangutan when it was born. I didn't know that was even like possible in like captivity.
That's how you know
zoos.
that we have evolved from a primate. Orangutans, they're just like us.
Yeah.
I don't want to raise no
I
kid.
don't want it. And this other woman with mini bangs is like, give him to me. I'll take it.
Next year, next Halloween, I'm just like, cool costumes, and like just some orangutans come up wanting a margarita.
I know. Well, I'm hoping that they're like test running this and that eventually they expand to the other animals in this zoo, because there's like 4 episodes. This only just started at the beginning of October. And Elliot found some Reddit forum that's like, is anyone else seen this on Netflix?
Well,
like no one knows this is going on, and it's so basic and exactly what it says it is.
Well, maybe it could also be a matter of, since they want the babies on screen, could be a matter of like, we'll switch to these 3 in a couple months when like they actually have babies.
That's what I'm in on this programming, and I hope the next episode has some plot twists and they show me another baby, or that next season we go to a different zoo. Maybe we feature some animals at another zoo. I don't know.
True, because I'm kind of curious when animals are in captivity. Like, you know, you always think like babies are born in the spring because it like starts to get warm or whatever. But like, do animals like mate certain seasons? You know what I mean? Where it's just like, no. That's why you see so many baby skunks. Like, cause like the skunks solely fuck in December.
Yeah, I don't know what it's. I mean, they have their own instincts about about when they're gonna mate, I guess. But I don't know how it works in zoos. Like especially because I think they were saying the orangutans are like highly in danger, or what's it called when you're on the endangered species list. And so they're trying, I assume,
to breed them.
But like, how do you do that? I don't know.
You make them horny, because when I went to that turtle place, in the Cayman Islands, and it was just an orgy happening. Chip and I were truly like, what are they playing underneath the water? Why are all the turtles so horny right here? Are there pheromones? Do they throw like pellets that make them like horny?
Right.
Like what's the deal?
I don't know. I don't know what
the mood for an orangutan.
I don't know what the evolution of this program will be, but it was. I felt like I was getting content overload on my phone, and then we found this and turned it on. And I was like, this is so nice. Like I could feel my heart rate.
Okay, well then I'm
down.
in. I'm in. I've been a little stress ball, so that's perfect.
Yeah, it's nice.
Wow, from the Wiggles to orangutans to Oreos. This has been an adorable episode.
This episode could be for children if you think about the topics that we covered.
If you bleep me and take out every time I'm like, thank God I don't have kids.
If you took out every time I said, I wish I knew if they did drugs.
yeah. Oh man, well, this got weird.